Hey there, friends. So, I wanted to make a brief video about what this life is about on a larger level, on more of the collective level. And it's a huge subject, so making a short video about it, there's going to be a lot of information packed in, and I will open this up more as we go along. But I just wanted to give a brief overview of some thoughts and some musings about our process of spiritual evolution and life evolution. So, the first thing to talk about is this really sort of basic fundamental cosmology, which is that the life that we're experiencing is the result of the merging between the spiritual realm or consciousness and the living world. Through eons, the living world has been growing and evolving. And humans have been evolving through time through more and more complex levels, right? We started out with culture and civilization in a particular way, and now it's grown to what it is today with far more interconnectivity, far more interesting thought and technology. So humans have been evolving towards greater complexity. Humans are the convergence of spirit and matter. And we, those of us that are alive right now, are at the cusp of this evolving process, which means that we're not finished. We're in a growing process. That means that there are parts of us that are very much integrated and online, and there are parts of us that are still learning and growing, both as individuals but also as a collective. And this should be self-evident. Part of what it is that we each carry in our learning process is our own personal growth and development, but it's also our lineage, our actual bloodline, like what it is that we've learned so far in our family line and the places that we're still figuring out and the traumas that are stuck in that. We also are carrying our collective trauma. So the trauma of the place that we live in, the trauma of being a human, the challenges that are there. We also have all the beauty that we've learned through the ages and the places that we're still figuring out when we're trying to understand. Because we are in the process of learning new things and learning to walk through life in new ways, there are parts of ourselves that we don't know where they're going. We don't know how to unlock them. And as Thomas Hübl says, we are becoming the answers to our questions. We are becoming the answers to the challenges in our life. So with the challenges in your life that you are struggling to resolve, you are unlocking new information and unlocking both stuck pieces as well as new ingenuity, not only for yourself, but for others and for the society as a whole. So the next principle is that nature abhors a vacuum. You are swimming in constant interconnectedness. There's never a time where the context that you're living in, the people that you're interacting with, the thoughts, even the media that you're in conversation with isn't part of and creating elements of who you are. You are always in connection with everything around you. And this creates a kind of integrated, flowing intelligence. So the places in you that are aligned, that are working really well, that you feel like are integrated in your life, you are plugged into that intelligence. You're plugged into both the higher mind intelligence as well as the earth intelligence, the intelligence of this greater whole. And then the areas that feel disconnected, disassociated from, or are undiscovered, the places that are challenges in your life, nature is constantly like that. Interconnectedness is always going to be pressing up against those because it's asking us to grow. It's asking us to bring the new solutions, to find the ways to unlock this deeper understanding in these particular areas in our life. Life wants you to become the answer to these problems. You're being asked to continue to raise your awareness to become the answer to the problems that are showing up. And that's both for yourself, right? There are certain areas that are stuck or trapped or you feel like you're constantly sort of struggling with, and life is asking you to raise your awareness for yourself in that situation, but that also creates information in this greater whole that becomes part of the solution for others, starts to become part of the solution for us, for us as a species, for us as a planet. So the invitation here is to remember the larger context of why there might be some challenges in your life. What is this beautiful process that you're going through that is part of this greater evolution process, this greater spiritual emergence that's happening for us as a species? And it takes all of the different levels, the willingness to relate to life in a deeper way, to get curious about why we're here, to do the inner work that helps unlock new ingenuity, new capacities in us, not just for ourselves, but for us as a whole. So I know this is a lot of information, and at some point I will extrapolate it. I'll take these at a slower pace, but I just wanted to offer this particular perspective right now and just notice maybe, how does this land in you? Does it feel true? Does it not feel true? Does it open up new questions for you? And just noticing how some of this information lands. Because in some ways, this is a deep truth. In other ways, it's a story. It's a way of relating to life. It's a way of relating to yourself. And it's through this kind of invitation that we get curious about what's happening in ourselves, which can unlock new ways of relating in the world. I hope this is helpful. It's always a pleasure to connect with you. You can hop on my email list down below, and there are all kinds of other fun things that we're doing at emergentsoma.com, and I look forward to connecting again in the future. Take care.